Hi, welcome to the Handyverse. Today we're going to show you how to make this really simple sewing project, a zipper pouch. Stick with us. So when I started getting into sewing, this was one of the first projects that I did, and it really boosts my confidence. It's something that you could probably do in about an hour, and these make great gifts for friends or family, and they're very functional. You can use it for whatever you want, but a makeup bag or a pencil, pen bag for school for the kids, whichever. And you can make all different sizes. This one is just kind of like a standard size, medium kind of makeup bag. And this is what this will be for a gift. Or you can make them really thin, or you can make them really big and fancy, make them out of leather and whatever you want. So let's get started. So really quickly, this is everything that you'll need for this project, and as you can see, it's pretty inexpensive. We have our cutting mat, ruler, scissors, straight pins. This is an extra file folder thing, which I'm going to show you in a second what it's for, but you could use any kind of thicker cardstock or even paper would be fine. Then we have fusible interfacing and two types of fabric. This will be for the inside of the pouch, and then a more decorative outside, a pen for tracing, which I'll show you, and our cutter. Basically, you're just going to measure a rectangle to whatever size you'd like the zipper pouch to be, plus an additional amount, keeping in mind your seams, which I think I'm going to do 1/4 inch. So whatever size you'd like it, plus inseams all around, 1/4 inch all around, or a 1/2 inch all around, whatever you're going to be sewing. So I've already made a template, and you can see it's not even super straight. I don't know how that happened, but there it is. Then I'm going to use this template to cut the fabric quickly, so everything's the same size. That's why it doesn't really, because if you measure each one, you're more likely to make a mistake. So I have folded over the fabric, and I haven't even ironed it, and I'm just going to hold that on top. Press down firmly with the ruler, and I'm going to cut. And you can see how that makes it a lot quicker. Two pieces, and obviously this will need to be ironed. So we have the outer fabric. Now we need the lining. And hopefully you're following along with this video tutorial, but in case you wanted something more of a print tutorial, we're going to put the plans for the zipper pouch up on our website, and you can check that out at handyverse.com. All the plans there are free. You just need to log in using your email, and you'll have access to those plans there. Okay, now for this zipper pouch, the fabric is, it's not flimsy, but it's not stiff. So what we're going to do is, just to make it a little bit more of a construction to it, we're gonna put some interfacing in. Now this interfacing, like I said, is fusible, and it's hard, you can't tell on the camera, I'm sure, but one side is kind of shiny and the other side is not. The shiny side sort of like the glue side, so very important, pay attention. Don't put the iron on the shiny side or you'll destroy your iron, or at least it'll be very hard to get off. The shiny side, we're gonna put it to the wrong side of our zipper pouch outer fabric, and it'll be like that. And that's what's gonna give it more of, make it stiff.
Rigidity.
Rigidity. Okay, so you don't have to worry about buying zippers that are exactly for each project that you have. You just have to make sure that they're long enough. So we're going to shorten the zipper. So I'm going to mark the edge here, and we're going to measure in 1/4 inch, and we're going to make a new zipper. Okay, so we're gonna sew across here and make a new stopper with thread. So the most expensive part of this project is actually the zipper. I got a really good deal on Amazon. I bought these in bulk. We'll put that link below if you're interested. This is the part where I usually get really mixed up, so we're gonna take our time. This is the outside fabric and it's facing me, so it's right side up. And the zipper, it makes sense. We want the right side of the zipper facing the right side of the fabric because it's on the same side. So we're gonna put this face down, line it up here, and then we're gonna make a zipper sandwich. And so we're gonna put the lining here and just line up the edge, and then we're gonna pin it in place. One piece of advice I have before you start any project, and I learned this the hard way, is take a couple of scrap pieces of the same fabric that you're using and mimic the layers that you'll be sewing together so that you ensure that your needle is sharp enough that you maybe don't have to replace it, that your thread is the right tension, and then you have everything that you want, like the right spacing for your stitches as well. And this will save you headache as you go along with the project. So that's what we're gonna do first. That looks good, both sides, so we're good to go. So the first thing, I need to switch out my foot. This is my regular foot. I need to switch it out for my zipper foot so that I can get closer to the zipper. This just basically allows your needle to go in further. So you can start probably on either end, but I prefer to start on this end and get past the pull. Went a little bit skewy there where the pull is, but as long as we caught it, we're okay. So now we're going to switch back to the other foot, and now we're going to do a top stitch. And that gives us a nice kind of cleaner look, and it'll help keep that down. Okay, so now we have to do the other side. Again, this gets confusing. We're gonna make another sandwich, the lining, and then we're gonna take the outside, right side facing to the right side of the zipper. And then we're gonna sew down here, and you may want to just double check your work, make sure it all makes sense, because once that's sewn, does it open up properly? And yeah, the zipper looks proper, and the zipper will look proper on the inside as well. So we're almost there, we're on the home stretch, and as you can see, I think we've got the hardest part done. If you got to this point, I think you're okay. And so then there's on the inside. So now we're just gonna sew around the edge and get this done. Make sure you open the zipper. And now we're gonna pin the right sides together. And then we're gonna sew all the way around except for a little gap here, and that's so that we can turn it right side out. Really important. And this is pretty bulky on the edge here, you feel the zipper. So if you can, the teeth of the zipper, just kind of make sure that they're pushing towards the inside of the lining. That'll make it a little bit easier to sew and it'll look better. lining and that you unzipped the zipper. So now through the hole, we're going to turn it right side out, and careful not to pull too tightly on your seams. And this project is pretty forgiving. If you had a wonky stitch, probably won't really matter. I'm gonna form the corners, push out the corners. This is a lot like making a pillow. If you watched one of our other videos, making a zippered pillow, this is pretty similar. You can check that out. And it's functional. So the last thing to do is just close up that hole. Yeah, you can do that by hand if you want it to look super nice. I'm going for something a little bit faster, so I'm just gonna kind of fold down the edges and so it's nice and straight. And I'm just gonna sew across there. So that wraps it up. We now have a zipper pouch and I can wrap this up and give it to my friend and put some goodies inside. This is a great little project to do. It took literally 30 minutes for recording this video, so I think without the video it would take about 20. You can make these zipper pouches really fancy if you want to get creative with tassels or really expensive material or even leather. But yeah, there's a great gift. So if you like this video, hit subscribe and make sure to hit the notification bell so that you know when we put out a new video. You never know what we'll be up to next. It could be a woodworking one, something's broke needs fixing, or maybe it's another sewing project. So that's it, Handyverse. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.